Battlefield fans, Wildchild here, and people ask me about my favorite shotgun and why. Why is my favorite? So today I'm gonna answer that question in this with this very cool gameplay here, TDM on Silk Road. And my favorite shotgun happens to be the M1014. Before you go like, oh dude, seriously, well, I'm gonna tell you why. I love this gun. Well, we have a history together, me and the M1014, probably you as well. And if you play or if you remember Call of Duty 4, back then we only had two shotguns: the W1200, which was a pump action, and the M1014. Those were the only two shotguns available in the game. So ever since Call of Duty 4, if you play the game, you remember this. We'll use the M1014 because it was the shotgun or the gold gun. It's the gold shotgun. So we all love that gun. We all wanted to show off the the gold weapon and all that stuff. So to me, it's one of the reasons why I think it's like stuck in the back of my head. And every time I see the M1014, it's like, oh, I'm gonna use this one because I'm familiar with. I have used the gun in previous games, in other games, and I just happen to like it. So this is why it's my favorite, quote unquote, best, shotgun in this game. So I just want to clarify something. Like, there's no best shotgun or best weapon in any game. Is the best weapon or the best gun that we call. I'm sorry, I got confused. We always call best, but what is best is the weapon that we are familiar with, that we like the most. So if you happen to love, let's say, the A70, you're gonna say, well, for me it's the best weapon because you like it, right? So this was I don't want to say it's the best weapon overall. For me, I like it. I mean, I can go ahead and use the A70 or the Saiga 12 or whatever, and just get the same amount of kills and destroy it. It doesn't make it less gun or better gun than this one. Okay, so they're all good. They'll have pros and cons. They'll have, although shotguns is pretty much good at close range, close medium range, and they're all pretty good. They're pretty decent. And that's the bottom line. You want a decent gun that kills close to medium range, and that's going to be awesome. So shotguns are good. People, not only Battlefield, but in other games, they aggravated when you use shotguns. Remember, like Call of Duty Ghost, when you use the Bulldog. That thing was a beast. So shotguns are good regardless of the game that you play. Okay, I'm pretty sure if you play Halo, and all the games, with shotguns, they're good. They're meant to be good. And I remember in Modern Warfare 2, I was giving some advice, because remember that back then people used to like quick scope a lot and just go crazy. And one of my advices was like, well, if they quick scope, it's like one shot kill. So one good way, if you don't feel like quick scope, if you don't like to do that like myself, if you want to be on the same level with a guy who's trying to quick scope you at a close range, the best way to do it is with the shotgun. So that way you are also one hit kill, or the guy is one hit kill. So both like pretty much the same. So who wins? Well, whoever sees the guys first, whoever has better accuracy. So shotguns are always good. People just don't like them when you use them. That's why I only play DICE only servers, because I want the freedom to use whatever I want. People make it look like you're cheating, like you're doing something wrong, just because they just get mad. I don't know if you're one of them, but it's just, we all have the same guns, and if you look at, we all have the same guns. You have the choice to use whatever you want. I rotate weapons all the time. You guys see my gameplays. My previous gameplay was assault rifle, being a medic, reviving people and having some fun. Today, shotgun. My next gameplay will be domination using the MG4, the LMG. So I rotate weapons, according to how I feel, to the game modes, the maps, whatever I want to do in the game. I just rotate weapons, and that's the way to go. So I don't think it's something that terrible. This map over here, my friend, Silk Road, I think is one of, if not my favorite map in Battlefield 4. It's like so bright, you can see everything well. It's awesome for rushing, for being aggressive. So this is why you see me in this gameplay being aggressive with the shotgun, because this map is like really straightforward, and reminds me in a way, even though this is obviously bigger, but in a way, for some weird reason, reminds me that map from Call of Duty 4. I think it was called Roadhouse. Remember, it was like a warehouse. Um, it's just like that, just like straightforward, you know, and kind of like open and very awesome. So if you play domination or TDM here, it's just pure rushing, pure aggressive. You know, spawns are like close to each other, but without reaching or crossing the line of like being stupid, like you respawn right next to the enemy. So I think it's very awesome, very cool if you want to rush, regardless the weapon you're using. I have posted videos on this map using the MG4, and that gun over here is a total monster. You just destroy the enemy because the amount of rounds and how fast the gun shoots and everything. So regardless the weapon, the kit you're using, this map is just great for being aggressive. It's really good for like flanking the enemy, because like once again, it's really straightforward. You know, there's no second floor, no up and no nothing, just like one floor. You know, so it's awesome, and this is why this is one of my favorite maps in Battlefield 4. So over here, we just like I said, just having a good time, just rushing around and trying to get some kills, having some fun, and just, you know, like sometimes I feel like this guy be hiding. Yeah, we kill each other. Sometimes, like I said, you feel like using other weapons. I mean, for the past maybe say a few weeks, I've using a bit more shotguns than before, but I never used shotguns that much. You know, I'm always trying to be a medic and use my you know, again, in the H23 and some of those guns, you know, they're pretty good. But you know, like maps like this, it's just like, you know, like, man, I just wanna use shotgun. You know, it's pretty good. So once again, this is why it's my favorite, the M1014, because of the history we have together since Call of Duty 4. You know, that's what it is. It's one of my favorites, and it's pretty good. And like I said, if you play Call of Duty 4, you remember those days with the A70, and it was just pretty beast, you know. And that's the way it goes. It's a good shotgun, and if it's good in Call of Duty 4, it's gonna be good in any other games. So it's good in Battlefield 3. So you know, that's the way it is. It's just whether you want to use it or not, and you know, that's the bottom line. So this is why it's my favorite, you know. So it's pretty awesome. I get all the questions about other shotguns and things like that, so we're gonna look into that in future gameplays. You know, I'm gonna use other shotguns, not just the M1014. People ask, you know, like do the versus, or you know, which one is better between this and that one, and you know, I'm not so sure which one to use. So I just, you know, just go ahead and if you're not so sure about certain, you use it. You know, the best way, at least for me, to test out weapons is just to join a TDM. You know, shorter maps, everything is pretty straightforward. And if you like using not only shotguns but like SMG, LMG, assault rifles, you know, just put it on and run around, try to get some kills, unlock a couple of maybe attachments for it, maybe a different grip, you know, and see how you like the gun, and you know, that way you know if you like it or not. I could tell you one thing, maybe you don't like it, maybe you don't like the M1014, maybe for use the A70, you know, pump action, pretty beast, one shot kill. It's awesome. Sometimes the M1014, you know, you need to kill the guy twice. It doesn't die with one round, so you need two. So it all depends what you like, what you're trying to do on your game session, what you're familiar with, also what you feel comfortable with. You know, there's certain weapons that require you to use them like a lot more, you know, and once you settle down, then you learn how to use the gun, you know, because the recoil, because how the gun works, you know, the slow reloading, whatever the case may be, you know, like most of these guns handle differently, and you need to learn how to use them. So sometimes when you try this new gun for the first time, it just feels so weird, you know, maybe in a bad way. Maybe you are so used to all the guns, you know, and how they handle, and then when you switch to a new one, it's like, whoa, I don't like this. But I mean, once you start using the gun a little bit more, once you learn the tricks of it, then you master that gun alongside with these, you know, new attachments, and you just be all set, and that's pretty good. So same thing goes with shotguns, pistols, sniper rifles, LMGs. You know, they're all the same. It's just like weapons waiting for you to master them, and once you master those weapons, once you like learn how to use them, um, you're pretty good. You know, you're pretty beast, and you are unstoppable. So that's always a good advice, and that's always I've been telling you, you know, for a while. Just use all the guns in the game, learn how to use them all, because you never know when you're gonna be in a situation where you're gonna have to pick up any gun from the ground. You know, you just run out of ammo. You know, you need to pick up whatever, and usually it's that weapon that you never use. And it's like, man, and before you get one kill with it, you just died. You know, ruined your whole streak. So when you know how to use them all, when you're at least familiar with, doesn't matter which gun you pick up from the ground, from the enemy, you know how to use them, and you're gonna, you know, continue your killing spree, and it's gonna be all good. So you know, this is the me answer the question about the best, well, actually best number, my favorite shotgun and why. So M1014, and it's because the whole history we have to get, you know, like Call of Duty 4 and all the other games that I use it. So this is why I like it, you know, and it's pretty good. So uh, what are we doing over here? Just running, just running. Yeah, everybody's just motivated here. Everybody just running around, just having a good time. You know, this is all about. It's Battlefield. You go there, you know, get some kills, run around, and it's all fun. You know, no need to go nuts because or crazy about certain weapons. You know, it's just having a good time. You know, this is what we play video games to have a good time, and just to enjoy some time. You know, with a hobby, you know, and getting more kills than that is always fun. You know, and it's always good. I like TDM. Once again, I do go crazy with TDM sometimes, but sometimes I just don't feel like playing the objective, you know, and I don't want to play a domination game and just not capture the flag. I mean, I just don't do that. But sometimes I just don't feel like playing an objective game mode. Sometimes I feel like just doing what I'm doing over here, just running around with a gun and killing people, you know. So for me, TDM is always good, and I'm glad that I got, you know, this gameplay here, because most of the times, or this for me, it's difficult to find um, lobbies or servers with China Rising DLC maps. People really don't play it. Sometimes it's just like one guy over there running around. So people really don't like these maps. I don't know why. I really don't see them. I try to change stuff in the server browser and all that, but it's really hard to find people that wants to play on these maps. You know, the Dragon Pass, and you know, and all the stuff. You know, it's hard to. It's not like it's hard to get the gameplay. It's just like people don't want to play there. So I'm glad that I got this one over here, just to give a break from, you know, from the other maps. But once again, this is a good map for rushing and just having a good time. So it's all good, it's all good. And this guy over here, this is my oh man, this, gotta love it. You know, just so much fun. I mean, you could have done the same thing with the A70. It doesn't make any sense just to say that, you know, this one is overpowered or this one. It doesn't really matter. It's just about what you like and your accuracy, because and people don't like to hear these things, but you have to say it, because sometimes we, and I include myself, we complain about not getting a kill, but it's not because of the gun or the game. It's just because maybe we didn't aim properly, you know. So sometimes that's what it is. It's not the shotgun, it's just aiming. So we, and I include myself, have to work on that accuracy every time, and that's one thing that I do every time I play this game. Because as you know, if you watch my other gameplays, I do play different games. So going from Destiny to Battlefield, you know, it's always a bit tricky for me, you know, trying to get that accuracy and that shot back, and you know, that really good accuracy. You know, it takes me a little while when I play too much Destiny, or when I play too much Battlefield and switch to other games. So it's all about the accuracy, and practice those shots, and knowing how to handle your gun, and knowing the strong points and weak points of each gun. That's what makes you a good player, and that's what's gonna get you good games. People sometimes tend to forget these things, and they just complain about everything and just go nuts. But you know what? It's fun to being able to use all the guns. It's fun just to have that maybe set of skills that allow you to use whatever you want. You know, whatever you want to use, it's good. So you can go ahead and pick up any LMG because you've used them all, and you're okay with it. You know, maybe you're not gonna get 34 kills. Maybe you're gonna get 15 kills and 2 deaths. You know, which is a decent. It's a decent score at the end of a video, you know, or of a video, of a gameplay. You know, it's pretty good. You see that leaderboard, you only die twice, you know, especially if you're playing TDM where you don't want to die too much. So, but you master that gun that probably nobody uses, and you did good with it. You know, if you look from a KD perspective, you know, dying only twice, regardless of the amount of kills, is good. Or maybe dying once, or maybe going flawless. You know, that's always good, and it's always important, especially for TDM gameplays. So you know, use all the guns. Use whatever you want. If you don't feel like using shotgun, don't use shotgun. Like I said, next gameplay will be MG4 because I felt like using the MG4. You know, like I'm like, I just want to use the MG4. I miss the gun. I love it. So I do have the gameplays with the LSAT and some of the stuffs. You know, some of like old gameplays that I need to look into it. But once again, you can look forward to some MG4 next time. Domination is going to be pretty badass. I'm gonna have a good time once again destroying all those guys, and it's going to be pretty good. So anyways, thank you for watching. My name is Wildchild. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, this commentary, and once again answering those questions. Favorite shotgun M1014. Why? Well, because I used it in Call of Duty 4 and I'm familiar with, and I like it. And if you enjoy this gameplay, this commentary, please check out my other Battlefield 4, Destiny. I'm also posted The Witcher 3 walkthrough with live commentary, and at the moment I'm also uploading Batman Arkham Knight walkthrough with live commentary, so go ahead, check it out. And I'll see you, my friend, on the next video. Final score is 34 and 8. Alright, later.